Hi guys, and welcome back to Bella's Books. How are you? How are you doing? Tell me about your life. Put it in the comments down below. Give me an update. What are you reading right now? What great things are happening? Everything. Just tell me, update me. I've not posted for a while, and part of the reason is because I'm going through a bit of a time of transition. I've just finished my master's. And I actually just started work, which I am extremely grateful for, because the transition between having a master's, kind of finishing it up, and getting a job was negligible. It was just a couple of weeks, so I kind of rushed right into that, which I'm incredibly grateful for, but has also yeah, it's been really busy. Starting a new job is busy, obviously. So yeah, I've been kind of focusing on that. I am super excited to be filming this video though, because it's autumn. I've got my sweater on. I'm feeling cozy. It's a little bit colder, okay, a lot colder. The boots are coming out, the cute jackets. And you know what suits the perfect autumn day? The perfect autumn read. So I've got a stack of books here. Should I try and pick them up? That I have accumulated in the past few weeks, but haven't started reading yet, except for this one on top. And I thought I'd just kind of show you them, because I love keeping you guys updated on what I'm reading, what I'm planning to read, just my reading life, because I feel like it's a great way for you to kind of think about what you want to read next and get feedback on popular books without having to read them yourself. So the first thing we have is Frank Herbert's Dune. I am obviously reading this because the movie is coming out, I think next week, maybe the week after, at least in the UK. And I'm just so excited for the film that I have to read the book first. I'm not that far in yet. I'm about 100 pages in, but I'm enjoying it so far. I'm finding it hard to keep up with what is going on because, you know when you start a series that you're not familiar with and there are all these kind of aspects of world building to keep up with? Yeah, my brain is not in the right place for that right now, but I'm persevering because I'm so desperate to watch the movie, but I can't watch the movie until I've read the book because I am a good booktuber. So I will read you the blurb really quickly if you've not heard about it already. Melange or spice is the most valuable and rarest substance in the universe, and it can only be found on a single planet, the inhospitable desert world Arrakis. Whoever controls Arrakis controls the spice, and whoever controls the spice controls the universe. When stewardship of Arrakis is transferred to his house, Paul Atreides must travel to the planet's dangerous surface to ensure the future of his family and his people. But as malevolent forces explode into conflict around him, Paul is thrust into a great destiny beyond his understanding, and his journey will change everything. So far, what I'm really enjoying about this book is that there seem to be kind of mystical elements, kind of fantasy elements intertwined with the sci-fi. I absolutely love that about novels, and yeah, I think it's just fantastic. I will keep you guys updated. I'll probably do another video about this in more detail once I've read it. So next up we have Outlawed by Anna North, which I am reading because I've joined one of my friends' book clubs. And yeah, this was the book that was voted on. So on the day of her wedding dance, Ada feels lucky. She loves her broad-shouldered, bashful husband and her job as an apprentice midwife. But her luck will not last. It is every woman's duty to have a child to replace those that were lost in the Great Flu. And after a year of marriage and no pregnancy in a town where barren women are hanged as witches, Ada's survival depends on leaving behind everything that she knows. She joins up with a notorious hole-in-the-wall gang. Its leader, a charismatic preacher-turned-robber known to all as the Kid, wants to create a safe haven for women outcast from society. But to make this dream a reality, the gang hatches a treacherous plan, and Ada must decide whether she's willing to risk her life for the possibility of a new kind of future for them all. I feel like I'm gonna love Ada. She seems like a fantastic protagonist. Such a strong woman. It's been compared to The Handmaid's Tale, but I won't hold it against it. So next up we have Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead by Olga Tokarczuk. I've butchered that surname. I'm so sorry, Olga. But yeah, it was originally written in Polish and it has been translated into English. I don't speak Polish, perhaps that's relatively obvious. I'm really looking forward to this. This is the Belle's Book Club read for the month. I think it's a little bit different. We picked it because it's a little bit eerie, murder investigation, that kind of thing, which made it kind of the perfect October pre-Halloween read, in my opinion. In a remote Polish village, Janina Dyszejko, an eccentric woman in her 60s, recounts the events surrounding the disappearance of her 2 dogs. She's reclusive, preferring the company of animals to people. She's unconventional, believing in the stars, and she is fond of the poetry of William Blake. Not a fan. From whose work the title of the book is taken. When members of a local hunting club are found murdered, Dyszejko becomes involved in the investigation. I'm so sorry, I'm butchering all the names. By no means a conventional crime story, this existential thriller by the Nobel Prize in Literature laureate offers thought-provoking ideas on our perceptions of madness, injustice against marginalized people, animal rights, the hypocrisy of traditional religion, belief in predestination, and apparently this caused a genuine political uproar in Poland. So I might be mistaken. I think that in fact Olga is the winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature, but not for this novel. So yeah, sorry about that. But anyways, really looking forward to reading it. To be holding such a politically interesting novel and such a powerful book feels extremely strange right now. It's almost like, it's almost like an out-of-body experience. So next up we have Mordew by Alex Phoebe. Yeah, can you notice a theme? Because there is totally a theme. All of the books I'm picking for like my October reads, kind of October, November I guess probably, are kind of like a little bit creepy, a little bit eerie. God is dead, his corpse hidden in the catacombs beneath Mordew. In the slums of the sea-battered city, a young boy called Nathan Treves lives with his parents, eking out a meagre existence by picking treasures from the living mud and the half-formed, short-lived creatures it spawns. Until one day, his desperate mother sells him to the mysterious Master of Mordew. The Master derives his magical power from feeding on the corpse of God, but Nathan, despite his fear and lowly station, has his own strength, and it is greater than the Master has ever known. Great enough to destroy everything the Master has built, if only Nathan can discover how to use it. So it is that the Master begins to scheme against him, and Nathan has to fight his way through the betrayal, secrets, and vendettas of the city where God was murdered and darkness reigns. Yeah, that is so creepy. This is such a Halloween read, honestly. I don't know how I did that, but I guess just the vibe of this month, you know, it's a little bit dark. And then we have Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. I read Piranesi at the beginning-ish of this year and I loved it. I've been meaning to read this one for a little while, so when I saw it in Waterstones, I went for it. I picked it up. I did it. So, the year is 1806. England is beleaguered by the Long Wall of Napoleon, and centuries have passed since magicians faded into the nation's past. But one remains, the reclusive Mr. Norrell, whose displays of magic send a thrill through the country. Proceeding to London, he raises a beautiful woman from the dead and summons an army of ghostly ships to terrify the French. Yet the cautious, fussy Norrell is challenged by the emergence of another magician. Young, handsome, and daring, Jonathan Strange is the antithesis of Norrell. So begins a dangerous battle between these two great men, which overwhelms that between England and France, and their own obsessions and secret dabblings with the dark arts are going to cause more trouble than they can imagine. And then finally we have The Golden Notebook by Doris Lessing. My mum got me this one because the premise sounded really interesting and I totally agreed with her. I haven't got to reading it yet, so I might prioritize reading this one before I read some of these others. First published in 1962 and now considered one of the major works of 20th century literature, The Golden Notebook is the story of Anna Wolfe, a divorced single mother and novelist labouring against writer's block in 1950s London. Fearful of going mad, she records her experiences in 4 coloured notebooks. The black notebook records her writing life, the red her political views, the yellow notebook her emotional life, and the blue everyday events. But it is her fifth notebook, the golden notebook, that brings the strands of her life together and holds the key to her recovery. Bold, illuminating, and indispensable, the Golden Notebook is the powerful account of a woman searching for her personal and political identity, negotiating the trauma of emotional rejection and sexual betrayal, professional anxieties, and the tensions of friendship and family. What a fascinating premise. Again, the protagonist sounds just so interesting. I love a book with a good character kind of at the front of it, so I feel like I'm really going to enjoy this one. And yeah, that is everything that I'm planning to read in the next, I'd say, month-ish, maybe a little bit longer because I'm reading very slowly at the moment. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really grateful to you. I hope that you found something that you'd like to read this October/November. I hope one of these books interests you, and if none of them do, that's okay. Go find your own book and then let me know what you're reading in the comments down below, because I would absolutely love to hear from you. Yeah, and before we go, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. I am hopefully going to be posting more. I've really missed YouTube, to be honest with you, and yeah, I just need to speak back into the void. I think that's what I need to start doing again. So yeah, expect more content from me coming very soon.